What is going on with the Deloitte Corporation? So, it's been a little while since I've made one of those audio recordings for YouTube and other platforms. I have been off sick. Anyway, one thing I did look into while I was a touch mentally incapacitated by a head cold was, sorry, a bit of traffic around me. Just on a residential street in my village. Anyway. I started looking into the Deloitte Corporation. There's somebody who have come up on my radar as being quite heavily involved in the technocratic push in the past few years. The whole you'll own nothing and be happy mentality. If you search for Deloitte New Zealand, and Deloitte are, I think, a 200-year-old accounting firm from England, but they have a New Zealand branch. You will find page after page of blog posts about how wonderful they are for the country on their own website. You will find other pages by organisations which they host, and you will find Deloitte reports on the Parliament's website. And pretty much nothing else about this corporation. Now, I say they're an accounting firm. Their website is full of corporate baffle-garble. Lots and lots of words, very few of which actually mean anything at all. Just vague declarations that they're the goodies. However, so far as I can tell, there are two main areas. As far as they deal with other businesses, checking if another business is compliant with taxation and various other government legislation, and B, advising other corporations on how to be more profitable. However, another major branch of their business is advising the government on what to do. Now, more specifically, they have given an awful lot of advice to the Labour Party. That's what I know of. I'm not ruling out that they don't work with other parties as well. And what is very, very bizarre is that for an accounting firm, they are awfully opinionated about the eudaimonic life. About those things which actually make a person happy rather than merely rich. And it seems that they want to be able to quantitize those. So, what I suspect that this business is doing, amongst other things, and this is not an allegation, this is just a suspicion, is that with one hand, they are drafting legislation, at least for the Labour Party, possibly for National as well, giving advice on how other businesses should be regulated, and then with the other hand, taking money from those other businesses and doing the compliance checks on that regulation. Another thing that they are heavily involved with is the push to make all spending online. And basically pushing cash out of the market. Or at least that's how it looks from the outside, because the fact is that there is an awful lot of material and I'm going to have to sift through and figure out where they're pushing and where they're pulling. That is to say, where they've been asked to give plausible ways of going about things and where they're bringing a plan to other people who didn't ask for it but certainly get sold on it. In other unrelated news, for the past 2 years I was president of New Zealand's second oldest, that we know of, non-government lending library. I got into this position because, well, there were 6 of us on the committee 3 years ago. I was by far the most junior member, and of the 4 that held titles beyond committee member, 2 decided they were too old, quite reasonably. 2 decided they were too busy, quite reasonably, and that left me and one other person as the sole remaining committee members, and that other person, after a new committee was voted in, developed medical problems, and there were some personality conflicts. So anyway, a few years back, I stepped into the breach and became president, and that was certainly an interesting experience. The thing about me is that I've got a bit of a brain issue that is similar to autism in its effects, quite a different underlying cause. And one of the symptoms is that I have a hard limit of talking to only 2 other people at a time. As it turns out, though, I can chair a committee, because it's actually a different thought process to actively speaking with people. I sort of sit back, listen, and g'day. Okay, recording over for the moment. That was a local children's book author that I happen to know. Anyway, so as I was getting at, quite to my surprise, it turns out that I can chair committees. I sit back and basically nudge the old ladies back onto topic when they get a bit too far down a rabbit hole. And usually I'm very gentle. I just note down what the tangent has been, and so that's something that we'll bring up again in, say, 10 minutes or maybe next month. The truth is, I only took the position of committee president because it was less scary than secretary or treasurer. Okay, I'm getting interrupted by people walking past a lot. Maybe I haven't picked the best spot at the moment, but I am in what's left of the winter afternoon sun. Anyway, yes, it's been a couple of years, and lots and lots of dog walkers out. Anyway, it's been a couple of years, and things are running pretty smoothly again. So I'm going to go back to being the junior member of the library committee. And that library, it's something which, once I get my hands on the video camera, I'm going to have to give a little guided tour to. It is chock full of the strangest antique books you'll see. But that's a story for another day. Ryan McCoskrie, over and out.